to be able to not only no problem. So to not only learn myself trading, but also see how other people all around the world, and in this case right now it's around 10,000 of people per week, also learning, and they're going through the same exact way and the same exact struggles, for example, and doing the same exact mistakes as I've been doing in the beginning. And this is a funny thing about trading, right? Trading uncovers all the emotional parts of us and all the emotions which are covered, which we do not know even exist. It covers all the parts of our personality, right? We didn't know even they exist, and while trading we find out a lot about ourselves. And this is why I love trading, because trading is not only about trading itself, and the purpose of trading is obviously making money, which later gives you what you want and why you're here, right? It's freedom. It's freedom to make your own choices. It's location freedom. It's financial freedom, right? And all of the other things that are directly connected to the financial, our financial abundance, right? But trading is not only about this. Trading absolutely changes ourselves as people, as personalities. And over the past 3.5 years, since I started trading, my life changed absolutely completely, but not only my life, but I've changed a lot as a person as well. How long have you been trading? Please put me in the chat box. How long have you all been trading? Is there anyone? Okay, 1 year, 2 weeks. So more or less, I can understand, the experience and what you know, what you don't know, more or less. 1 year, 2 weeks, 4 months, amazing. 1 year, 2 months, amazing. 6 months, 2 years. I know, Rena, 2 years, amazing. 10 months, amazing. So we have a lot of people under 1 year or 1 year and below this experience of trading. And I want to share with you what I've learned. And for those who have been trading over 1 year, you for sure will also find a value in this. And in the end, Mario asked to make a quick Q&A, so we will also do this. But I would love to share with you guys what was my journey during the first 12 months of my trading career, right? And what I've learned if it comes to trading, and what can definitely make your life easier if it comes to trading and your results. How does it sound for you? Is it good for you? It's okay? Amazing. Guys, in the first place, if it comes to trading, I started trading, and we all start at different points. And trading is such an amazing thing that it does not matter where you start from. Have you ever been trading before? Have you ever had any financial experience before? It doesn't matter which age you are, are you a woman or you are a man. It absolutely doesn't matter which part of the world you are from, because trading is a universal thing and everybody can learn it. This one exception, right? This one person should be absolutely fully be dedicated to trading, to learning process, and to achieving their goals. Because trading is not the easy thing, right? Trading is not the easy, but not the technical point, not the technical skill. This is why we are not going to completely talk about technical skill today. We are going to talk about something more important than technical skill. We are going to talk about their mentality, the psychology of a trader, and the emotional challenges of a trader. And when I first started trading, I've started at the moment where my previous business collapsed. So my previous business totally collapsed. I've been in debt. I didn't have any money. I didn't have even a place to live. Well, because due to the different obstacles that I faced. And I was living in my friend's apartment. It was 13 square meter apartment where I was 5 people and a huge dog, right? And I didn't have almost any money. And thanks to my friend, they were buying me food at this period of time. And all the money that I had, and we left after the previous collapse of the business, I decided to invest in myself and learning how to trade. Because thanks to the universe sent me the person who introduced me to trading right 2.5 weeks before all collapsed. So nothing happens before a reason. And the first lesson I want to give you guys are here, and universe gave you the chance to learn the skill set. This is, you are here for a reason. There is 8 billion people all around the world, right? And not 8 billion people all around the world learn how to trade. A lot of people never will have even information that trading exists. A lot of people never will have a courage to start and to learn and to at least give it a chance. A lot of people will not have financial opportunity even to start, because we can have financial troubles, right? But however, we are from the part of the world where we at least have chances. And there are some part of the world or some part of earth where people will never have even a chance to start learning how to trade. So if the universe put you in that situation where you are able to learn how to trade, and you are in this community and you are here today, you are here on the school, there is something important that you can learn from it. This is one lesson I've learned. There is nothing happens before without a reason. And if you are here, try to find why you are here and try to do your best to use the chance to the fullest. So the universe put me in the situation where I started to trade, right? So my decision, I started to trade. However, I started in a totally wrong way. I had amazing mentors, by the way, right? However, there was one important factor. There was a huge pressure of money. Now, who knows what I'm talking about? Who knows what I'm talking about? Like, who can feel the pressure of money, making money in trading, right? You're starting to trade because you are like incredibly need for something, right? To make money. If it's quit your job, if it's debts, if it's something else, family, or whatever it is. And this is not a good thing for trading, right? So I started learning how to trade, but I want something like everything at once. I want the result fast. And I understood that the results are not coming without the work. So I understood this. And I was sitting in front of my screen for almost 15, 16 hours per day from morning till evening, and was learning how to trade, was staring at my screen, right? But I was trying also every single strategy in IM. And trust me, IM a couple of years ago was not as good as it right now. So you guys are in perfect situation. You are in the best situation you have ever been if it comes to IM, right? This is this is the best moment to start learning how to trade. 3.5 years ago, there were a lot of tools which do not exist anymore, for example, or they were not working the way that it's supposed to work. But the most important thing is I was not working the way I was supposed to work, because I've started to learn everything. And at the beginning of my trading career, I've tried scalping, I've traded harmonics, I've traded binary options, I've traded indices, I've traded gold, I've traded currency pairs, I've traded everything. I probably tried every single strategy that was in IM and is in IM up until now, right? Not anymore because I'm focused on my thing, but all the strategies, I've tried every single one of them. And this is how it happens a lot when you first join IM. Because IM has this beautiful opportunity. You can have a lot in a very short period of time. You can learn a lot of strategies. You can learn from a lot of educators. You can join a lot of sessions. You can find out different types of trading, like scalping, intraday trading, swing trading, position trader, right? Long-term investments, etc., etc. But the one important thing is there is a huge difference between finding out who you are as a trader and finding what suits you best and looking for a golden strategy. What is the difference? The difference is that for sure you should not stay with what is uncomfortable for you. And this is what I did for a long period of time. I've tried to learn the strategist, and I've tried to learn the way of trading which completely didn't suit me. I've tried to trade currency pairs, for example. I've tried to be a scalper, for example. And I saw a lot of people, and a lot of you probably will be able to relate to this. I saw a lot of people who are succeeding with this particular strategy, who are succeeding in this particular way of trading. And I thought if it worked for them, it's going to work for me. And if it doesn't work for me, I'm doing something wrong. And I kept doing this. And there is a seed of truth, because if you are not exactly doing what you're supposed to do, obviously this is on you, which is not why it's not working. But if you feel like this is not your type of trading, then you should not stay with what is uncomfortable for you if it comes to the trade market. Because trading is hard enough already. It's emotional enough. And if you did not find what suits you best, it will only make it harder. This is why, for example, when someone asks me about currency pairs on my Go Live channel, I never trade currency pairs. I just simply don't. I don't trade currency pairs because I know that this doesn't suit me. Believe you guys or not, but I've been failing in trading, or I've been losing constantly in current, like up until I stopped trading currencies. And for example, my partner only trades currency pairs. He's amazing in currency pairs, but he never trades indices and commodities. So one important lesson is that because you have a lot of opportunities in IM, try to find what suits best for your personality. This is about knowing yourself. This is about knowing what suits you best. Are you comfortable more with scalping, or are you more comfortable with swing trading? Are you more comfortable with currency pairs, or are you more comfortable with commodities? And there is nothing wrong about finding what suits you best to your personality, because this is what is gonna work for you. Because if you have difficulties, for example, with risk management, within, for example, this particular thing, try the other one. Well, of course, you gotta know that over trading and risking 100% and going all in will never work with any strategy, right? But we are talking about knowing these basic things. So this is one side of a coin, but the other side of a coin is that if you are going to change too many times, and if your goal in changing is not finding what suits you best and staying within it, but finding a golden strategy, that you're going to fail in trading. You're going to fail in trading because changing constantly means that you are not learning anything. Because changing from one strategy to another 10,000 times doesn't give you more experience. Every single time you change, you need to start from zero. You need to start from zero because you did not backtest and you didn't practice for a long period of time enough to be able to learn from your own mistakes, to be able to learn from what works and what doesn't. So there is a very thin line. So if you ever want to shift a strategy from what you are currently doing, and to be honest with you, I don't care what you guys are doing. If you guys trade my strategy or other strategy, it doesn't matter. As long as it works for you, it's amazing. But if you ever want to shift a strategy, ask yourself, what is your goal in shifting the strategy? Are you trying to find what suits you best because you honestly feel like this is not your thing and you can do something better within the other strategy, or trading in as a financial tool, right? Or trading in other times? Or you are shifting because you think that there is a golden strategy and you're gonna go and find it. Because the only holy grail and the only holy strategy that exists is a risk management strategy within the market and your emotional intelligence. There is not one single strategy, right, which is 100% and will never be so. And over this period of time, and I've been trading, guys, I found out that all the people who come to my sessions, they do exactly the same mistakes that I've been doing. They change strategies almost a lot of the times. They try everything, they go all in, right? I've blown, if you guys want to know, I've blown 8 accounts the first 6 months of my trading career, one by one, right? One by one. 8 accounts in the first 6 months. It's more than one account every month, right? It's more often than one account every single month. And the reason for this was not because I cannot be a trader, but because I was not learning from my own mistakes. And this is another lesson. This is another topic that I guys want to talk to you about today, right? Because who knows the feeling, right? When you are stuck at a certain results, right? With a certain experience in trading, and you don't know what to do next. You literally keep the same exact results, like all over and over and over again, and you try different things, right? And you try different strategies, and you try different instruments, but you still are not succeeding. Who've been sticking with trading for a couple of months? A question for those who are here for a couple of months already, or a year or more, and you still are not where you're supposed to be, or you want to be. I see you guys. I see. That's it. Everyone else is already successful in trading. Guys, the problem is if you guys are not where you want to be in trading, the truth is this is not because you are not good in technical analysis. This is not because you do not know enough about technical skill. This is not because you need to add more indicators. This is not because you do not have a diploma in MACD, you know, or you do not have a doctor degree in RSI. This is not because you do not know enough about technical skill. This is simply because you have some limitations in your mind. And this is simply because we have some emotional difficulties to manage ourselves within trading. And the sooner you understand and the sooner you will try to find the answers within yourself and not outside, the sooner your results will totally change. And this is the hardest part about trading. And this is why a lot of people are not succeeding in trading, not because they are bad in the technical analysis or not because they cannot learn it, but simply because changing ourselves and changing what we've learned for like years, 20 years, 30 years, I don't know how old you guys are, but changing our own paradigm and shifting what is inside our mind, this is the hardest point about trading. This is the hardest part because people are willing to learn something new, but they are not willing to change the old systems and the old beliefs. And you simply cannot change your life to something new if you still have the old things inside of it. You simply cannot, if you make a renovation of your house, right? You renovate your house, it's all good, it's all beautiful. But there is old furniture inside, like literally collapsing. But you say, well, at least I know it's comfortable. You know, it looks ugly and it has like 10,000 years, but at least I know, you know, and I don't need to spend money on the new one. And you like renovate everything from the outside, but inside it's all the same. This is a not new house. This is exactly the same house. You are just trying to make it look a little bit better. And this is the same with life. This is an easy explanation how it looks, similarity, but this is the same with life. And this is the same with trading, and this is the same with business. It doesn't matter what you do, but you cannot create something new from on the old paradigms, on the old system, on the old beliefs. You only see what you already learned if you are not willing to go outside of your comfort zone. Within your comfort zone and within your old paradigms is your current life. What you have now, you have just because you have these old paradigms and these old beliefs inside of your mind. And if you want something new, you gotta shift it. And the same applies to trading. And the fact that my life absolutely collapsed before trading, before I started how to trade, is the biggest blessing that God ever gave me. Why? Because you know Lego, right? Lego parts. Everyone was playing Lego when we were small, right? Everyone knows Lego. Now, if you have certain amount of Lego, parents buying you a package, 2, 3, doesn't matter, right? You have this package of Lego. You have a limited amount of pieces. Now you build something, you build the castle, the house, whatever it is, you build this whole big structure. And you are out of Lego, it's done, it's all it's built. Now you want to build something new, but you do not have pieces anymore. You simply don't. You used it all for your old castle, for your old house, for your old building that you built on it. And to be able to create something new, sometimes the old one needs to collapse. And this is the same with life, and this is the same with trading, and this is the same with everything. So no matter where you are right now, guys, if it comes to trading, if it comes to life, business, whatever it is, do not be afraid to go outside what you already know. Do not be afraid to let go of the old things, old beliefs, old programs, and old things that you already tried. Do not be afraid when the previous lives that you had is kind of collapsing a little bit when you are trying to step into your new one, because this is simply how life works. If you make a decision to create a new life, If you make a decision that you want something new, if you make a decision that you are not going to tolerate anymore what you had before, if you make the decisions that you are not going to make the same mistakes as you did before, if you make like a decision that you are changing right now and you are going to put your all into your goals, to your dreams, to your desires, if it comes to trading, if it comes to everything, do not be surprised that the universe removes the old stuff, like clears it from your life. Do not be afraid of it. And the same is in trading. Do not be afraid to let go of the things that are not working for you. Do not be afraid to go and check, actually. Do not be afraid to go and check what are the mistakes that you constantly do. This is what people are afraid the most. They're afraid to go and check what mistakes cause their losses. They're afraid to go and backtest. They're not only lazy. This is one thing to be lazy, to backtest and find out which mistakes you make. But this is another thing to be afraid of it. People do not backtest and don't do this simply because they will find out that this is their own fault, that is trading is going the wrong direction. This is their own fault that they're constantly losing. That is their own fault that they're losing money in the market. This is what people are afraid the most, to accept that this is our own mistake, this is our own fault, because this is the hardest part about trading, right? We cannot blame absolutely anyone in it. And this is why a lot of people will never succeed in trading, simply because they're not ready to accept their own mistakes, to accept their own fault and go work on it. Because learning technical new skill is easier than cleaning out the old trash inside our mind that we have. And trust me, guys, everyone has it. No matter how good your parents raised you, every single one of us has something to go to the therapist and talk about. And trading is the best therapist in this world, because trading covers every single emotion that you have, right? So no matter how good you've been raised, and no matter how good you had like experiences in your childhood, for example, and how good you have this like some kind of like systems in your mind, there is always something new that we can learn, that we can change, we can shift, and this will be required if you want to become a new version of yourself, right? And if it comes to trading, coming back to the point, why the things are not going the way you want to, the biggest help in trading, like the biggest change in trading I've got when I started to learn my own personality and found out what suits me best. This is the first point that I talked about. And the second one, I started to work on my old beliefs and my old system and on my old paradigms. Because greed is the old paradigm. Who has ever experienced greed in the market? Like you already made your percentage, during the day, but you're like, just one more, just a little bit more. It looks so good, like it's absolutely gonna be successful. You're like, just one more, and it obviously doesn't go the right way, right? This like absolutely doesn't go your way. For example, greed. This is the old paradigm. Why? Because you are chasing more, because you are afraid that tomorrow you will not have any new opportunities, that tomorrow you will not have abundance of new chances in the market, that tomorrow you will not have enough money, that the next week you will not have enough to pay for rent, to pay for something else, to pay for something. Those are your old paradigms that are still in your mind. Not enough is a paradigm that we have, right? This is paradigms that we have from the childhood, a lot, right? A lot of us, we have it. Because if you have an abundance, if you have the mindset that you have an abundance of opportunities, you have an abundance of chances, you will have an abundance of money, you will have an abundance of like good, like new doors opening for you. You do not have a greed, because there is nothing to chase. Because you believe and and you have faith and you feel good about the new chances and the new opportunities coming to your life every single day. Business, trading, anything else, relationship, whatever it is. Greed is an old program that we all have, or like most of us have it, right? But the most important, like the most tricky things, they are not so obvious. And I want to ask you guys one question. I will need like 10 seconds to connect my laptop to charger, but I want to ask you guys one question before I do. Type me in the chat box, which beliefs or like which thoughts about money you've heard from your family, from your parents, from your family, from people who were around you when you were growing up. Type me the beliefs that you had, like what your parents told you about money, what your surrounding people told you about money when you were growing up. The first 2-3 things that come to your mind when you think about money, automatically. Type me please in the chat box, and I'm gonna be here in 1 second. Yes, and I'm back. Sorry, guys. Okay, money makes not happy. Well, for sure, money doesn't make you unhappy. This is for sure thing, right? Okay, work for it. One, I'm gonna randomly choose a couple of them. Work for it, guys. I'm like I had this for a long period of time, and I'm gonna tell you guys all my experience because this is what the like the best explanation ever. My parents are the hard workers. They are absolutely obsessed with work, especially my dad. My dad was working 3 jobs at the same time, and I was born to be able to provide for the family. And now I'm super grateful for the rest of my life to my parents because they taught me how to work for my dreams, for my goals, for whatever I have, and they taught me to be independent. But there is another side of a coin. Everything what is too much is not healthy, by the way, if it comes to like beliefs and comes to hard work as well. Because if you believe that you need to work hard for the money, the moment you start making money with trading, right? And I have a lot of this about with my students that I teach. If the moment you start making money with trading from your laptop, sitting at home, who have ever felt guilty? Who have ever felt guilty when you make money on trading, especially those who are here for like longer period of time, 1 year, 2 years? Who have ever felt like this guilt that the family goes and works hard, but I'm making money and I don't need to go for a work? A couple of you, right? This is a belief that you need to work hard for money. The moment you start making money on trading, you start feeling guilty because they are still working hard, but cannot work. Like I'm not working. I'm not putting to like enough work. I'm not working hard enough. I don't deserve this money. I'm not working hard enough. I should not have this money. It should not happen, right? I don't deserve it. This is a feeling that comes to you, and this is a feeling that I've been fighting in the beginning of my trading career, and this is a feeling that a lot of my students fight right now. And this is a belief that you need to work hard for money. What it gives you? It gives you learning how to work hard, yes, but it also gives you the not being able to get money easier. But the money is the energy. Money is energy. And the moment you understand this, you will also open the flow that the universe gives you. And believe me or not, but how you feel makes a huge difference in your trading. Like it makes a huge difference in your trading. I'm not talking about the energy just because. And I'm not talking about the technical skills for a reason today. Because there is something much more important than this. Because if you have the best technical skills and you're absolutely the best in drawing supports and resistance and trend lines, but you still believe that you do not deserve it, you're not gonna get it, right? Other beliefs. Money doesn't grow on trees. In fact, money is made from like paper, right? And paper is made from trees, so the money does grow on trees. Something else. doesn't fly from the sky. The same. Money makes people bad. I love this one. My family, for example, said something else. My family, when they had something like the expensive cars, for example, or I'm from the big cities, there are sometimes helicopters flying. They always said, riches, like, this is for rich ones. And something similar is money makes people bad. Now, the problem is, if you believe this, and what you want it or not, but the moment you start making money, you know how the process goes in your mind? It goes, wow, I'm making money, but I'm not a bad person. But only bad people make big money. But I'm not a bad person. I don't want to be a bad person. So you start losing. You start self-sabotaging yourself in trading, and your trading goes all the way back down. All of those beliefs, right? This is the first thing that you need to work on. This is the first wall that you are going to face. And if you're going to escape it, if you're going to postpone it, you're going to face this wall, because you are not able to cross the line to the new life, these old beliefs and the old baggages. You simply cannot, right? So the one of the tasks that I want to give you guys today, I want to ask you to do, is write down all the beliefs about money, about hard work, right? That you remember, because if you remember them, they are in your mind. Doesn't matter who told you this, your spouse, your parents, people from work, your chef, whatever it is, whoever it is. Write down all of those negative beliefs, and next to them, write down the opposite. Write down the opposite one. So for example, I need to work hard for money, right? What is the opposite to this? Money comes to me easy. Like, money comes to me easy. I'm a magnet for money, whatever you guys want. And read it daily. And the most importantly, read it before you sit down in front of your charts. And most importantly, sit down in front of your charts, right? And the first thing you do, you read these positive sentences. It's gonna take a while. You're not gonna unclick just like this. But if you're going to repeat it every single time for yourself, you're going to change your limitations. You're going to change your beliefs and changing for the better. What else do we have here? Money that makes not happy. So money doesn't make us happy, right? Yeah, in fact, money is not like, money does not influence the level of happiness. But I'm gonna tell you for sure, guys, money does allow you to do more things in life. Money does allow you to have more time. It does allow you to have more time freedom, right? Which after this you can use to be able to spend it on something that actually makes you happy. It is spending time with the people you love, or spending time on your hobbies, or helping your family, or traveling and seeing the world. Whatever it is, guys, what makes you happy, right? It's not discussable. Goals and dreams are not discussable, right? They are goals and dreams, and they should come true. But whatever makes you happy is much easier when you do not need to spend 10 hours per day somewhere where you do not want to be. That's for sure, right? So this is one thing about this particular sentence. So guys, this is the third thing, right, that we're gonna do as well. You're gonna write down all the limitations that you have and write down the opposite to them. And next time you sit in front of your chart, the first thing you do, you read it, and then you analyze the market. Because you want to sit in front of your charts with a clear mind, with being a new version of yourself, a better version of yourself, without the old limitations and the old baggages. Because what is old there keeps you where you are and not where you are going, right? Guys, the second thing is, and this is a more technical, right? And this is a more technical skill, guys. And this is what I've already started to talk about. people do not learn from their own mistakes. And one thing is because they are afraid to be able to find out that this is actually their own mistake and their own fault, right? This is where they are just afraid to find out that it's no one else's fault that we are losing money. This is not an upline's fault because they did not explain you how like trading works and they didn't teach us the strategy. This is not the educators' fault because they are not explaining or answering our question where there is 10,000 messages in the chat box. This is not a broker's fault because spread went wild, right? This is not someone else's fault. This is not a news fault, right? And whatever it is. People are afraid to accept that this is their own fault. But the most another thing is they're just lazy to check out which actually mistakes they are doing. They're just lazy. Now imagine the chirurg. Imagine the person who makes their operations, right? In their hospital. Now imagine this doctor that once made this mistake, which didn't go well for someone, and the person dies, and he's like, whatever, you know what? I'm not gonna check what went wrong. Next time will be better. And they just go and they do exactly the same thing again. Do you think the results will be different? Like you are going to the dentist, right? And the day before I'm sorry for the language, fucked up something, and now they're like, oh, I'm not gonna check what went wrong, I'm just gonna do exactly the same as I've learned before. Maybe it's gonna come out better this time. No, it's not. And trading is exactly the same thing. If we did not check what was wrong, how do we expect that the next time will be better? This is simply not possible, right? If one time I jump from 10 meters and I break a leg, and the next time I'm not gonna jump again from 10 meters because I know I'm most likely gonna break my second leg, right? But why do we do this in trading? We just break one, and we're like, whatever, I don't know what went wrong, but I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again to jump from the same exact height, to the same exact direction, from the same exact stairs. And we try that this time it's gonna work out different. We hope for this. Who have ever had a situation that you just blown your account and you're like, top up new one, just fund a new one, immediately another 100 euros to be able to open this new transaction because I see the opportunity in the market and I don't have any more money because I just blown my old account, right? And funding in the broker immediately, putting in your card information immediately. Who have ever to be honest? Someone did it? Yeah, I did it as well in the beginning. It never works. You know why? Because you do exactly the same thing and you blow it exactly the same way again, right? It never works. Absolutely never works. And this is the other things that we gotta do. We gotta stop being lazy. You gotta stop being lazy. Because if something is not working and you are doing apparently exactly the way that you think you're supposed to do, right? But it's still not working. Start backtesting. Who honestly has a trading journal here? Who has honestly writing down every single, type me in the chat box because there is 111. Okay. Who honestly writes down all the information about your trade and put the screenshot to it? Screenshots, anyone? Every single screenshot, okay, a couple of people. Now the trading plan, the truth about trading plan and the trading journal, they do not work, save the analysis, okay? They do not work until you are able to come back and see exactly what went wrong. There is one good book called One Good Trade, and this is another homework for you guys. Who wants to become a really good trader? One Good Trade. Right, I'm gonna put it in the chat box. One Good Trade book. This is a book about the traders who trade on the Wall Street. right? They come to the person who trained them, and they trade for their funds. Now, the person who trades, like funded trader, right? The professional trader. There is there is a couple of sentences in the book about repeating the same trade, like on the repeat, on the history again and again and again and again after the trading day is closed until you find out what was wrong. So you have the screenshot, or you go back on TradingView and you replay the same trade once again, and you find out what you could do better. Where would you be able to react better? What went wrong, right? Why did the trade end up as it ended up? But on the other side, you don't only do this with the trades which went wrong. You do this also with the trades which go right, with the trades which are profitable trades, with the trades which are good trades. Because you go back on the history and you see this perfect example of the trade. You see that if price does this and I do this, on average, I have profit. On average, if price does this, I react in this way, right? This is a good trade. The purpose of trading journal, the backtesting, is not only to find out what's wrong. On what's wrong, on average, right? What's wrong? You eliminate mistakes and you grow your accuracy. But on the other side, you also analyze your good trades to be able to find out what on average works for you. What works for you, what gives you profit, what gives you good trades. Because then you're going to do exactly the same thing once again and again and again and again. Why backtesting is so important? Because without backtesting, you are not able to find out what doesn't work for you on average. People try to grow their accuracy. Let's say they have 50% accuracy, and they try to grow accuracy higher by adding some new stuff in their trading. They add some new indicators, they add some other like currency pairs they trade, like they add something new. But the problem is not in adding something new necessarily. The problem is in eliminating what doesn't work. Because if you eliminate what doesn't work, you will automatically grow your accuracy. If you eliminate the losses, your accuracy will grow automatically. This is how it works. We work on the elimination of their losses, right? We work on the elimination of mistakes. If you find out, you open your trading journal and you find out that, okay, on average, if I trade, let's say, I don't know, Euro USD or AUD USD or Euro AUD, I lose. Like I win on GBP pairs, for example, but on average, if I trade AUD randomly, random example, I lose. You stop trading AUD. That's as simple as that. If you find out that on average, if you trade in the morning, you lose, and in the evening you lose, and then during the day you win, you only trade during the day. This is as simple as that. You do not need to battle this. You need to find what works for you best and use it. You do not need to find necessarily how to trade in the morning to be able to become profitable. You need to find out what time works for you. For me, works around 3 hours per day, 3.5. That's it. I just don't trade in the other times of the day. Why? Because on backtesting, I see when I am the most profitable, right? The same with instruments. You find out what is the best for you. You trade currency pairs, amazing. Which ones? All of them? Why? Why do you watch 35 charts every single day? Why do you do this? You are not almost able to learn 35 charts and know how exactly every single currency pair moves. 3-5 is enough. Enough. You find out, right? You find out how they move, which hours they move, on average, which moves they make during the certain periods of the day. You can find out such an incredible amount, like information about your trading that you don't even know. You can find out that, for example, the currency pair on Monday, it continues in a trend on average. On Tuesday and Wednesday, for example, it's consolidating. And on Thursday and Friday, it continues in the opposite direction or the trend again, in impulsive move. You can find out the information, like this kind of information, details about your trading that will make your life so much easier that you do not even know. One thing for sure, technical like trading should not be complicated. Trading is hard enough with our emotions, right? It's hard enough. You do not need to make it complicated. Simplify your life. Go back test, find out what works for you. You can find out exactly what you trade, which hour you trade, which setup you trade, and you're gonna be absolutely good, right? Another homework, guys, that I want to give you, will be slowly ending, I will need to go, but another homework that we wanna guys give you, I want you guys to do this. And trust me, if you do this 3, your trading will for sure go up. Your accuracy will automatically go up. Find out on the charts, go on TradingView and find out your perfect examples, like the perfect setup, like the perfect textbook example of what you trade. If you trade 5 setups, 5 perfect examples. If you trade 3 setups, 3 perfect examples. Make a screenshot, print it, and have it in front of you, and nothing like anything besides like perfect setups, you simply do not accept anymore from today. It's a perfect setup or it's nothing. It's a perfect trade or it's nothing, right? It's a perfect trade or it's nothing. It's simple as that. You do not agree on anything else but perfect trades from now on. And if you will be able to wait for the perfect setups, then your trading will also go much higher, your results. Why? Because sometimes we are like, actually this detail doesn't look good, but all the other looks good. I'm still gonna go for it, you know? Or like, in 5 minutes there are massive news, but I'm still gonna go for this, you know, it looks good. Or this one thing, not sure, or like 50-50, but you know what? I think it's gonna go in my direction, so I'm gonna go for it. Right? Who have ever experienced this? Right? Experienced? Yes, yeah, exactly. From now on, we do not take anything else but perfect trades. Perfect trades, guys. No matter if you're a scalper, intraday trader, swing trader, it applies for every single thing. If you're a scalper, you will take more trades during the day, but perfect trades, you will just have them more often because price moves like faster on the small time frames. If you are intraday trader and swing, you will have them less, but no matter which kind of trader you are, you will only trade the best setups from now on. Not agreeing on anything but perfect, right? So another homework, go and take a screenshot of exactly the perfect setup and describe it down like under the screenshot. Take the screenshot and down there, the price, like at this like amount of time, for example, this hour, right? Or this pair, right? The price did this, this, and that, and I react this and that. This is my stop loss, this is my take profit. The perfect setup, right? You don't need anything else but perfect. And you do not need a lot of trades. Trust me. Accuracy is not created by this. Accuracy is created by following your rules and eliminating your mistakes, right? And this is what we're gonna work on. This is for exactly the reason, guys, I only trade indices and I only trade oil, right? This is exactly the reason, guys, because I found out what is the best for me and I just stick with this. I stick with this. Does it mean that you will 100% times be successful? And while your perfect setup will play out 100% of the times, 10 out of 10? No. Why? Because sometimes we'll still be emotional a little bit, right? So we gave a little mistake to our emotions still. We are people, human beings. It's okay to have emotions, right? And sometimes the market will shift. It happens, right? It happens. But will your accuracy will be much higher than now? Yes. Will you be much more comfortable with your trading than now? Yes. Will it be much less stressful than now? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Will you finally become profitable with this? Yes. Why? Because you eliminate the most important factor. You eliminate the room for making mistakes. Because if you accept anything but perfect, if you take random trades, this is where you make mistakes. This is where you do not know how to manage your stop loss. And this is where the thoughts come from, maybe I should give it a little bit more room and remove my stop loss. Or maybe I should give it a little bit more room and like double my stop loss. And instead of risking 2%, you're risking 4, right? Or instead of risking 5, you're risking 10. Or maybe I should wait a little bit more. It goes so good, you know, I'm gonna remove my TP, or I'm gonna put my TP somewhere else, you know, and when not when I planned, and the price is like, wait, to your break even back. Because you do not follow your rules, right? This is where the emotional decisions come from, because we accept the setups that are not supposed to be there. And if you just take a perfect setup with a perfect rules, you know exactly amount of pips you're going for, you know exactly risk reward you're going for, you know exactly how to manage your trade, and you do exactly what is in your textbook, you're eliminating the room for making mistakes. And this is what makes your trading much easier, much more profitable, much more successful. Because you stop trading random things that are not supposed to be traded, guys, right? Not supposed to be traded. Guys, and before we finish, guys, I really want you to know, right? And I really want you guys to know that we all come in trading. We all come in our Mastery Academy. We all come in the market with a huge expectations, right? We come in the market and we believe that we know and we want, right, the big things. We want our financial freedom right away. We want our, like, a lot of money right away. We want to become great traders right away. We want to quit our job right away. We want to do all the things right away, right there. But all of the things that we talked about today are still there. Your old limitations, your old beliefs, your old, like, our baggages that we carry from our past, like our lives that we had. And you simply cannot enter the new life with the old beliefs and the old limitations. It's okay to want more. It's great to want more. But it's not okay to be lazy, to clean out the old stuff first. It's not okay to expect that you are going to achieve the new results trying the old methods. This is not okay to make exactly the same mistakes, to being lazy, to being afraid, and still hope that you will achieve the new results. This is not afraid to hold on to what you know and what you are comfortable with, and still hoping that somehow by being lucky, you will achieve new results in your life and in your life. So the question to everything, guys, in the end, because I can give you the best advices from my own experience, and I can tell you what works, what doesn't. Maria can keep inviting educators here on the calls, guys, right? And she can keep guys calling you, for example, and asking how you guys are doing your uplines and everything, and checking in on you. But in the end, if you're not committed to the change, if you are not committed to your new life, if you're not ready to let it go and use the old things to become someone new, simply nothing will happen. Nothing will happen, guys. If you are not willing to give your all, your 100%, because trading is not only great, perfect life pictures that are shared on the internet left and right. Trading is not only like a whole bunch of money, but in the first place, in the work on yourself, right? In the first place, it's a work on your personality, on your emotions, on who you are, on how you think. In the first place, guys. And if you are not committed to do this, the change is most likely not gonna happen. Or like, it's not gonna happen, right? Let's be honest. It's not gonna happen, guys. So I want you guys to be able to be committed. And the last thing I want you guys to write down today after this call, don't take too long for this. And yeah, I believe you heard about this like so many times already. Everyone tells you about this, right? Everyone tells you about this, but I'm gonna tell again. Find out, why are you here? Find out, why do you want to become a trader? I ask people, why do you want to trade? Why do you want to learn trading? And they answer me, because I want to become a great trader. Bullshit. I'm sorry for my language. This is not true. This is not true, because trading is a tool. Trading is work. It's still work. It's the same, like it's work. You just don't go 9 to 5. And you do not do this just for the purpose of becoming a great trader. And if you think so, sooner or later, like you'll just like, if you do not have a strong enough why you're doing this, all these little things, all these like difficulties on the road that you're gonna face, sooner or later gonna break you and will not allow you to go forward. Because again, working on yourself and changing your mind is not easy. And only having the strong why do you want to do this, you're going to change your old life and you're going to create a new one. Two things that for sure kept me going in every single situation and every single obstacle, like breaking all the like limitation and stuff that like life threw on me and lessons that I needed to learn. Two things that kept me going is unbreakable faith, right? Faith and belief in myself, and I'm going to succeed, and dedication. Dedication to what I do. Dedication to every single day becoming better. Every dedication, taking at least 2 steps, 1 step every single day to become better, to come closer to your goals, to come closer to your dreams, to learn something new, to change something small. Start small, but keep it up. Start small and keep it up. Don't make this huge one change tomorrow and then nothing for a year. Start small and keep it up, and find out why you are doing this. This why you are doing this should keep you awake. Like if you wake up, like if you need to stay up to 3 a.m. and learn, you will stay up to 3 a.m. and learn. If you are like going to change, you'll need to change your old limitation and beliefs for the new life, you're going to do this. The strong why should keep you awake and should keep you going. And if you answer yourself honestly a question, this is not for me, this is not for Mara, this is not for anyone else. Answer yourself a question. Do you really know why you're doing this? Do you really know why you are here? Right? What do you really want out of your life? What do you really want? Like something that will give you goosebumps, something that will keep you awake, something for like the sake of like what you will honestly say, no matter what is going to happen, I'm gonna get it. Because when I first started to trade, guys, I told you that what biggest blessing is what that my previous life collapsed. And it was, you know why? Because you have nothing to turn back to. People stay, like people give up, people quit because they are more comfortable. They are more like comfortable with familiar old life. They are more like they are committed to the new amazing one. They are more comfortable with their old life, that they are committed to the new one. Even though, for example, old one is totally not what they want. We have this illusion that we have the choice. We have this illusion that we have time. We say, Mel, you know what? It's not for me. I'm gonna think and I'm gonna find out something else, you know, just like quit. And the most, I'm trying to find the word, useless thing, the most useless things that you can do if you're already here, and all of you texted that you are over a month here, The most useless thing you can do is give up, because you already invested a whole bunch of time, money, effort in yourself. And if you're going to give up, you're going to throw it all to the trash box and your whole time that you invested. And you will for sure, that one thing for sure, nothing is going to change. One thing for sure, guys, if you give up, nothing is going to change. And this is this illusion that we have a choice. People think they have a choice. They have a choice, give up and quit, or continue and eventually try. But the truth is, if you want something new, quitting is not the option. You have no choice. You gotta keep going. You have no choice if you want something more out of your life. I knew for sure I did not have anything to come back to. I knew for sure if I'm going to give up and quit, nothing is waiting for me for the next couple of years. The moment my life crashed, I was able to go for 95 and say, okay, you know what, at least I need some money right now to live. And I need something. And I would be stuck in this 9 to 5 for sure for the whole next year, 2 years, 3 years. And I would not be where I am right now. Absolutely not. Right? Quitting will never speed up your new life. It will never speed up achieving your new goals. And the most useless thing is to give up right now and to throw all the your time in the trash box. But don't forget, we have only one life, guys. And we are here today because I want you guys to live this life to the fullest, no matter how old you are, no matter where you're from. This illusion that we have time is an illusion, guys. We never know. If you would have only 24 hours left, what would you do? What would you do? And a lot of people think or I thought in the beginning as well, a couple of years ago, that I would do all these great things that I really wanted to do in my life and everything. To be honest with you guys, I would want to have this time, these 24 hours, to spend it with the loved ones, for example, and to spend it to what I love, to spend it doing what I love. And why am I saying this? Because if you have only 24 hours, the last thing you want to do is for sure sticking with your old life that you are not happy with. This is for sure the last thing you guys want to do. Go into the same exact job, meeting exactly the same people that you don't want to see, living the same exact life. Live your life like you only have 24 hours left. Because you never know what it's like after this. And of course, right? Of course, it's not about spending everything that you have in one day, or going all in trading like this as a lamb, going all in 24 hours, and I hope it's gonna turn into a million. It's not about this. It's about thinking about what you really love, what you really want to do in your life, what you really want your life to be like, and working toward that every single day. Because then, if you never give up, you will not have any other chance but actually getting it. And this is another law of the universe. And this is another truth that I want you guys to know. Sometimes it feels like you do everything you can, but you are still not there. There is still not there, there is still not happening, there is still something else, right? But one thing I want you guys to remember every single time is that if you don't give up, the universe doesn't have another way but to give it to you. And sooner or later, you will get it. As long as you keep working on yourself, as long as you keep working on your goals, as long as you keep becoming better every single day. And honestly, don't lie to yourself. Honestly, every day saying that you gave your best to be able to become a little bit closer to your goals, every 24 hours, just a little bit, one small step, but you did it. As long as you do this, you will achieve your goals, you will achieve your dreams, you will achieve your desires, and you will get the life that you guys want. Guys, I will need to I will need to run, but I'm super happy you guys had this call. I'm super happy to be here. It's my pleasure to be here. If you guys got some value, I'm super happy. And you are always welcome to send me the results after backtesting, right? Because I'm always interested and curious and happy to see how the trading results are changing and people are changing their lives. So guys, I love you. I appreciate you guys. I need to go. Maria, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's my pleasure to be here. It's amazing to be here with you guys. And I hope we will see each other on the next Zoom on the next event very soon. So I wish you good night. Keep working on your dreams. Keep chasing your goals, guys. And I wish you have everything you want and within the next couple of years, everything you dreamt about. So keep working on it. Love you guys and see you guys soon.
Thank you so much, Anastasiia, for your value. I wish you a very nice evening, and yeah, I am speechless for this value. Okay, Leute, ich bin wirklich sprachlos. Das war einfach nur crazy. So, schreibt noch mal kurz in den Chat, wenn ihr gerade auch einfach komplett perplex seid und gar nicht mehr wisst, was abgeht, weil das war gerade so viel Value auf einmal. Ich komme gar nicht mehr. Oh, ja, dann würde ich diesen Call auch beenden. Ich wünsche euch einen wundervollen Abend und ja, ich denke, hier wird jetzt sowieso jeder aufs nächste Level kommen und ja, let's rock it!